All right, welcome to another session of DGX Compare. Today we're working with an interesting model. This one is called the Cohere North Mini Code. And it's interesting because it's actually the first open-weight agentic coding model that combines a lightweight 3 billion active parameter model. It's actually 30 billion, but then it's quantized down to 3 billion. And it's actually one of the smaller models that fits on a disk. So it's only 19 gigs, so plenty of space on the DGX Spark. It's got a massive 256K token context window, which I'm really looking forward to trying because this is actually designed to be an agentic coding model, so you can actually talk a lot to it with regards to the code that you're developing. And since it's a mixture of experts, we can also ask it questions or general questions like the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So yeah, really looking forward to it. It came about a month ago, July 3rd. I haven't really heard that much feedback on it, but yeah, let's give it a try for ourselves. So let's go open up our trusty little notepad. Actually, no, I don't need to. I'll just type it in. Tell me all about Tyrannosaurus Rex, with Tyrannosaurus misspelled on purpose. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's pretty fast. That's really fast prefill. That's probably 35, 40. And interesting, most of the time it's text, but this time it's actually showing us everything in a kind of a table form, but fast nonetheless. I'm impressed with the prefill as well as the decode. Most of the time, the prefill is fast when it's thinking, but it's actually spitting it out to the screen already. I did see Chinese characters there, so that's a little tricky. But a lot of data, and the CPUs aren't garbled up, so yeah, it's actually looking pretty good. Wow, that's actually a lot. Actually, pretty impressed with this. And yeah, it's probably, yeah, let's say 40. Let's say 40 tokens per second. Not feeling this end text thing here. Let's give it a spot check. I thought for a second a correctly identified Tyrannosaurus. Put everything in bullet point and table form, which I really like. Where's that Chinese character? It's giving feeding mechanics. There it is. I don't know exactly what that is, but I think it says big something in Mandarin. Wow. Yeah, a lot of data. Let's give it a follow-up question. What evidence exists for possible feathers? We like this one. I'm going to expand the thinking. Thinking is also, yeah, about 40 tokens per second. It's doing a lot of citations, which leads me to believe there's a lot of data that it's actually sorting through. And like I said, this is a solid quantization down. I gotta look at the details with the white paper on it. But yeah, 30 gigs 3 active. And again, another table, which I really like. I also really like the fact that it's not hitting the CPU a lot, so it's actually pretty efficient. Yeah, very impressive. I don't actually think I've seen a model spit out this much information in 2 prompts, or 1 prompt and 1 follow-up prompt. Wow, nicely done. Oh, they even have a quick takeaway section. Very nice, very nice. Let's see what its agentic coding capabilities are. Let's pop up a window here and take a look at the notes. Haven't had to do this for a while, but let's try it out. We have a query here for agentic code development. And I will turn on the code interpreter. And essentially what I'm asking it to do is to write a Python function that parses duration. I will do Gemini really fast and paste the same thing and have it generate the code, and we'll do a comparison. It also creates tests, which I love, and this is the output. All right, let's go back to checking it out. Okay, it's actually repeating everything that I've written, and it's showing some test cases. Good. Oh, it's even looking at case sensitivity and specific methods. Oh, it also identified that it's pyodide because we're using OpenWebUI. Okay, nicely done. Okay, it's created 2 methods. I try catch block and actually executed tests. Wow, impressive. Let's compare these tests with, let's split out the screen. Let's split it out here. Let's give it a look. 2 hours, 30 minutes, 9,000 seconds. 1 hour, 1 day and 4 hours is 10,000 seconds, okay? Scroll all the way down to 12. This has 7 days, 3 hours, 12 minutes, and 155. That's not here, but here we have 1 hour, 2 minutes, 3 seconds, 3. Okay. Oh, pretty solid. I mean, I don't expect these to be identical, but I expect the subset and actually perform the tests. Wow, nicely done. Let's check the code. There's a run test method. This has a for loop in there. This also has one. That's a main class. Yeah. Well, this has an exit block. This one doesn't. Impressive. Let's check out tooling. So let's work with our trusty 18K automotive data set. Let's go back to our notes file while that's uploading and get that query. And the query will be to find the mean, median, and min for the MPG column, and I will do the same thing here in Gemini. So the moment of truth here will be how fast it takes to actually ingest this file. I was testing Nemotron Lightning earlier today, and it was really slow just to load up this file. I've used other models that are faster. This is still going, but normally working with CSV files do take this long. But so far, with Tyrannosaurus and with code development, this model is performing above average. So what we'll be looking for is 398 by 9 and 23, 23, 9, and 46 for the mean, median, min, and max. Yeah, this is still going. That's a little slow. Let's check out, okay. So at least it's doing something. We're not maxed out yet. We're still at 122 out of 130, so 94%. And the cores are not really all that busy. Usually when we ingest, they're probably halfway. But for this model, it's only using, I don't know, it looks like 5% max. Is it hung? I mean, it is a new chat. It's definitely slow. Come on. Yeah, this is not good. It's taking a really long time to open up this file. I'm starting to think that probably something stuck, because this should be busier. And again, it's only 18K. I want to refresh the screen just in case. But I want to stop this, because it wouldn't pass anyway as is. I'll refresh the screen. Let's pick up let's see something smaller. This is 2K. I mean, is it even, okay, so it is properly opening it. Let's try that other file again. Maybe it was just flub. 2K was a few seconds, 17K. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I guess it was just a situation. But okay, it's properly loaded up. And see, that's what I was expecting to see when it actually loads up. So definitely was something going on earlier. Okay, Let's actually give it a run. Okay, I want to see it think, so we'll load that up. We're expecting to see 398 by 9. Oh no, I just realized we didn't actually turn on code integration. We'll see how it handles it. So it's generating the code. But I'm hoping that this is actually execute it. It does not actually execute it, but it did generate the code. I am going to turn on code interpreter and then do the same thing just so I don't have to load it up again. See what it does. At this point, it should be thinking to itself, the user already asked me this query earlier. Why are they asking me again? But should also identify that we actually do have the code interpreter on. So to actually generate the code and execute it. So yeah, I'm concerned as to why this is not happening. And look, it's actually, again, it's not doing much again. I'll give it a couple more seconds to see if it's actually doing something. You know, this is my mistake. I didn't actually turn on the code interpreter. So I'm going to stop this. I'm going to create a new chat. Let's do it all over again. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006. Okay, 6 seconds. And again, that's what I was expecting to see. Jump out there. And then let's actually paste in the query. And then make sure the code interpreter is actually on. And then run it. And let's see how it goes. So there is activity. It is doing something. Still waiting. Okay. That's odd. I'm looking down here. It actually spiked. This is a network connection. These two DGX devices are actually clustered together, but we're running a single node, so I don't actually understand why that spiked up there. And it's interesting because it's coinciding with that over there. So I don't know what's going on. But either way, this is not great because it's actually unable to open up the file or even show us what the status is. It's just a small 18K file. So that's a fail there. Let's open up a new one. Let's open up that small file for earlier and see if you can you even use tooling. So let's open up this 2.6K file. Show me total number of rows and columns for each column. Okay, same thing. It's not doing anything. And again, I forgot to click on integration. But let's see if it's smart enough to actually execute the code itself, since it's so small it doesn't have to go to Pyodide. It's doing a lot of thinking. Okay. Let's check this in Gemini. Did it actually do it? Okay, it actually did do it. Don't know why that didn't draw. Let's compare the results with the Gemini. Yeah, the results are way different. And it's only able to see 3 rows and 16 columns, whereas it's 19 rows and 17 columns here. That's probably because we didn't turn on the integration. So one last attempt, let's do it again. It's small enough of a file to kind of test. Paste this in. All columns. And turn on code interpreter and run that. So it is spinning, so it is doing something, but again, it's just really slow. Again, this is just a 2.5K file. All right, I think I'm gonna have to fail it at this point because any reasonable user would have already just stopped if they're using any of the tooling here, because I mean this is just taking too long for this small of a file. But for what it's worth, I'm really happy with the prefill and decode for at least the code generation, as well as the dinosaur, the Tyrannosaurus Rex queries. That looked really good at 40 or so tokens per second. But unfortunately, this is going to have to go into the needs improvement playlist. Anyways, yeah, so this is, again, the Cohere North Mini Code. 30 billion parameter model, quantized down to 3 billion active, 19 gigabytes on disk, and the rest is on, oh, look, it's actually thinking now. And the rest is actually on KV cache. Let's see what it's doing. That took a really long time, but, you know, better late than never. It says it doesn't have a header file, so it's having a difficult time parsing it. It's doing a lot of checks just to open up a file. A lot of way too much thinking for the query that I gave it. I just want to see the number of rows and columns and the mean values for each of them. So there's the code and the values there. And after all of that, it didn't even execute it. So yeah, it's gonna fail. It should have given the numbers. So yeah, Cohere North Mini Code. Thanks for watching.